Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of DesignTech. And in today's episode, we are back in the factory, and we are going to be working on a Cobbleworks, which is basically a thing where essentially you get cobble, and you turn it into a whole bunch of other stuff. Long story short, we need concrete, and we need a lot of it for the factory because we're using it as our primary wall block. So we need a way to get a lot of cobble. Now, I was kind of messing with MineTweaker scripts. By default, in thermal expansion, cobblestone pulverizes into sand, and then you get gravel as a potential byproduct with a 15% chance. I changed that, so cobble pulverizes into gravel with a 15% chance of sand. So I switched that around, and then you can pulverize gravel into, you can pulverize gravel into sand with a 30% chance of flint. So I switched that around. I'll have to get that update pushed out to the Modpack, hopefully soon. But, so anyway, CobbleGen, we're going to put it like right here. It's essentially a 5x4 CobbleGen. So the whole thing will fit in this space right here. And we need some room back behind. So let's just kind of clear that out a little bit. There we go. And what we're going to have is, you know what? Let's just start putting stuff down. So I've grabbed a bunch of resources. I did all of my prep so we'd have everything and wouldn't have to spend a bunch of time crafting. And everything that we're going to use, you can see here in this bag. And we're not actually going to use all of this. Some of this stuff is kind of leftover stuff, if you will. So, first and foremost, let's grab ourselves some cyclic assemblers, which are essentially things that will assemble other things. So we've used these before, you put a blueprint in there, and it'll essentially create whatever the blueprint is for, and then send it onwards. And we're going to use these to make octuple compressed cobblestone. So, let's put all of that stuff in. So let's see here. Let's get these in order. Quadruple, regular compressed, double compressed, triple compressed, quadruple, quintuple would be 5, sextuple would be 6, and, there we go, septuple would be 7. And then I don't actually have enough cobble to make the octuple compressed cobblestone blueprint yet, so we'll do that eventually. So, all of these are going to, or at least until we get over here, they're going to feed in from this side and output to the right side. So let's just put our blueprints in and get these all configured. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on now. There we go. And we'll get all of those put into place. And then here, we're going to turn it so it outputs upwards instead. And same here. And did I miss? I did. I missed. This is supposed to go in there, and this one goes in here. And then ultimately, this blueprint will go in here, but this is just a blank schematic right now because at the moment, I can't actually get, I don't have enough cobble compressed, so we'll have to kind of let that do its thing. But that's okay. All right, so there is that. Now, we need to, let's just knock out a little kind of access hallway sort of thing back here so we can get around. Okay, now, next, we need a pulverizer, which is going to go right there. We need some Java barrels and these redstone furnaces. So we're going to put a barrel here and here, another pulverizer here and here, and then a redstone furnace here, and here, and then another barrel there, and there. Okay? So this is essentially our main setup. And then, last but not least, we need a tesseract to go here and here. There we go. and an item conduit to go right there. And this will be disabled. This will be extract always, and this will be set to this frequency and insert. What is this? Oh, whoa. Where is this stuff coming from? What? Where? Well, apparently one of these things had things in it. Oh, I see. I see the issue. Okay. It was inputting from over here. Gotcha. Inputting from the tesseracts. Okay, let's just turn all of these off so we can... I was not expecting that, I must say. Okay, there we go. Let's just put that... Let's send that stuff back home. I didn't actually need any of that, did I? No. Okay. Whew. That was a moment of panic for a minute there. Okay, now over here, this is where we're going to put our actual cobble gen itself. So let's put a cobblestone block there and grab a transfer node and 3 world interaction upgrades, which we will put right here. Then we're going to grab 4 stacks of speed upgrades. We'll put one of those in here. We need a transfer pipe as well, which will go here. And actually, that's really... We can just put this stuff in here as well. I think that'll work, honestly. Okay. Now, we're not actually going to put this stuff in just yet. We're not going to get that generating cobble quite this second, because if we do, it's going to start processing stuff through the system, and I'm not ready for that yet. So let's just make sure all of these are set. They should all, well, except for the cyclic assemblers, those are fine. Okay, I think we're good. So, now that those are set properly, now we can put a water bucket right here, and this thing should start filling up pretty quick. Yeah, pretty quick. I think it works. Yeah. It's filling up faster than... Okay, good. Good. So, that is good to go. Now we need to start putting in some of the other stuff. So, let's grab some labels. And these are just going to kind of help us keep track of what's going where. And we're just going to put those onto all of the things except for the cyclic assemblers and the tesseracts, because we know what those are for. Now here and here we can start kind of outputting some of this stuff. So we want to output any of those byproducts to the tesseract. Same with that. There we go. That should be good. And then here, same deal. We want to output what comes out of these furnaces into this tesseract, and we can set that as well. So it should be item send only. We can say send receive energy. Item send only and send receive energy. Okay, cool. So there we go. Now we've got that. Now we need to see about powering this stuff. And that's easy enough, because we'll just use energy conduits. Piece of cake, right? And we can just take those off of one of these tesseracts. Like so. Just like that. And I suppose we could run it... I suppose we could use all of this. There we go. And then I guess we'll have two energy spots just in case. We'll do it that way. So this thing will start filling up, start generating all the things we need. Okay. So that's good. Now, next, we want a bunch of these augments. And in all of these are all resonant machines We don't need to worry about redstone control, but we do want these integrated hopper apparatuses so they can pull and push or pull. Some of them actually technically don't need it because they're getting stuff pushed directly to them, I think. No? No, actually all of them have a buffer Java barrel of some sort. So I guess that's not needed. I should say are needed. We need the hopper apparatuses in all of them except for this one, but I'm just putting it in there anyway. Okay, then we're going to put augments in a bunch of these guys. Like that. Let's see, this one, I think, yep. And then here, we're just going to do a regular augment. So essentially what's going to happen here is it will output some of the stuff. Wait a minute. The furnaces... No. Something's wrong here. What I need to do is I need to put the stuff in so I can actually, like, think. Okay, so this is going to be cobble and sand coming out of this. Or going into, essentially, cobble going in, sand coming out. This guy right here is going to be gravel. This guy right here is going to be sand. Okay? So, from here, we need to configure this so that gravel will go this way, and this will go up here. Okay? So that's easy enough. Now we can start filling this thing up, letting it start outputting some of these various materials. We probably don't need the labels on here. We can just lock them instead. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. I don't know where my... I seem to have lost my hatchet. Is it in this bag? Yes, there we go. Okay, so let's... Oh, stupid label. All right, that goes here. Lock. And let's make sure we have the right hitbox this time. There we go. That one can go, and that one can go as well. Okay, so that's all good. And this is actually not supposed to be gravel. This is supposed to be sand. There we go, and lock that in. Okay, much better. All right, so that's good. Now this guy up here, this is going to be pulverizing sand. So it's going to be producing silicon, okay? So we can start feeding stuff in there. And then this guy is going to be pulverizing gravel. So ultimately, we are pulverizing gravel and making sand. So we'll output from here, and we want red to go that way, and then it's going to have a byproduct of flint, which will go up this way. So let's just grab one flint. There we go. And we can add that onto here as well. So that's all easy enough. Now here we've got our sand, and we need, let's see, let's just disable that for a minute. And this is going to cook sand and make glass. So we'll put that here. And then this guy... Oh, no. I see what I'm doing. I see what I'm doing wrong. Just kidding. We're not cooking sand here. We're cooking sand here. Like that. And this guy is actually... actually, we'll take that out and put the glass in there. So this is our glass furnace. This one is actually coming from here and making us concrete, which is what we want. And we'll put that in there. And then it outputs to here, like that. There we go. So, cooking gravel, making concrete, we can speed this up a little bit. The reason we don't have this thing fully decked out as far as speed goes is because we want this thing to kind of get backed up a little bit. We don't want we still want gravel in here to flow through the rest of the system too. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Now this is keeping up pretty well. I mean, I think it's going pretty much as fast as it can. So I think we're fine. And then this is also grabbing our gravel too. So I think it's good. Yeah, pretty much the only thing, the gravel's getting pulled out as soon as it hits here. But we've got gravel constantly smelting into concrete here. We've got gravel constantly being pulverized into sand here, which is then getting turned into glass. We've got flint going up this way, silicon over here as it gets created. Basically every 15 cobble, roughly, it's a 15% chance. So every time one of these smelts, it has a 15% chance of making sand, which would then go up here instead. And that way it can get made into silicon. And all of this will go essentially into our ME system. So that is the functional portion of this. Now we just need to kind of deck it out and make it pretty. So yeah, that's the plan. And this will be pretty much invisible. You won't be able to see any of the behind the scenes stuff. So let's grab a conduit facade, which I will put on that guy. And that will just kind of help keep that, from looking a little derpy. And then we just got to fill in the walls and all that kind of stuff. So let me get some stuff torn up so that we can actually detail the walls, and I'll come back to you in a sec. All right, guys, I am back. So we've got pretty much everything torn up that we need to have torn up. So we should be able to get this all kind of decked out now. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get some lighting in here, because that's kind of an important thing, let's be honest. We'll just kind of put some of this in like so, and we're essentially divided up into little wall sections like this. And we'll just kind of follow that same theme that we've had throughout the rest of the factory. So we'll just put the yellow caution tape kind of around the edges like that, okay? Easy enough. And that should give us enough lighting as well. Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong bag. Let's put that bag away and grab this one instead. There we go. Much better. Okay. Then we're going to take some of these factory blocks. That's this one right here. And we're going to put those around this edge. Ooh, come back, you. Magnet, come to me. Beautiful. And we'll bring those across and up like this. Oop. And there we go. So that gets kind of our wall structure placing thing in place. And I think here and here, we're just going to fill these in like that. That should be good. Okay. Now, oh, and I almost forgot that one too. There we go. Now I need my chisel, which is right here. And we're going to make a bunch of these guys, these factory blocks, for our flooring. In fact, let's actually grab our builder's wand just to make that go a little faster. There we go. That's much better. And then we'll do the same up here as well. There we go. So that's all filled in. And then we basically just have to do the concrete, which is also going to be super easy. So let's just grab some of that. We'll take one stack of it and turn it into the one that's a little bit darkened around the bottom. And we'll put that in place. Oh, that's right. This one's already done, because on the other side of this wall is the big reactor room. So I wanted to get that kind of put in before we started doing anything. There we go. And then we'll just fill in this wall as well. And there we go. We've got ourselves a cobble gen, and this thing is fully functional, outputting all sorts of good stuff and giving us loads of silicon, glass, and most importantly, concrete. We'll get lots and lots of concrete from this. Maybe. This is not, you are outputting... So maybe we'll take this speed upgrade out of here. Yeah, that seems a little better. That'll slow this down just a tad. Because this thing's pumping out stuff as quickly as it possibly can. So we need this gravel to fill up. This is going to kind of create a backlog, though. I think we'll need to add an augment to this one, because this is a final product. It takes the glass. And this one I think will be okay. Maybe we'll take both of those out so this thing can fill up properly. We'll get our sand going this way and our cobble going this way. I'm kind of surprised that this thing is... Well, it's going. It looks like it's going at a steady pace. So I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Alright, so I need one more basic augment. I'm just going to take it from here, actually. We've got a full set right here. We can speed this thing up, make sure that this sand doesn't, get all messed up. Let's go ahead and lock that Java barrel as well. And now we should be good. I think, well, this thing is... Does this go back to 1? Yep, okay. All right, I think we're good. So it's a little bit slower because we took the augments out of this as far as getting sand, but that's okay. It's pulverizing pretty quickly. But we basically need to make sure that none of these Java barrels ever fill entirely, and I don't think they will. I should probably grab my wrench, though, and just double check and make sure that this conduit right here... Okay, good. It's set to always active, and that's set to insert, so we're good. Yeah. Okay, well, there you have it, guys. We got ourselves a cobble gen, and it's doing great things. This might be a little bit of a shorter episode. I'm not sure. I did a lot of the crafting and preparatory work between episodes, just because I didn't want to subject you guys to all of that. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.